On all my videos, I give away an Amazon gift card. To find out how to win, please like, comment, and subscribe. And at the end of the video, I will tell how to win.
In the world of Hero Academia, special abilities known as quirks began appearing in about 80% of the population after the birth of a radiant child. These powers manifest in children around the age of 4. However, our main character, Izuku Midoriya, nicknamed Deku, was born without any special abilities. This made him a target for bullying in kindergarten and school, despite his deep admiration for heroes. Deku's dream is to attend the prestigious UA Academy, the top hero academy. To become a professional hero, one must graduate from this academy. Deku's classmate, Katsuki Bakugo, has a powerful quirk that allows him to create explosions with the sweat on his palms. Despite Deku's admiration for Bakugo's determination, Bakugo constantly bullies and humiliates him. One day, after enduring Bakugo's aggression, Deku decides to fight back. However, before the confrontation unfolds, a monster attacks Deku. All Might, the #1 hero, comes to his rescue, defeating the monster with a single blow. Despite this heroic act, All Might is secretly dealing with a significant injury that limits his hero form to 3 hours a day. Desperate to become a hero, Deku asks All Might if it's possible without a quirk. Before All Might can answer, he is forced to leave. During this encounter, the villainous monster escapes and takes Bakugo hostage, stealing his quirk in the process. The monster targeted Bakugo, but he resisted fiercely. Professional heroes hesitated to intervene, fearing the monster might harm Bakugo. Even All Might, the mighty hero, watched without taking action. Only Materia showed courage, attacking the monster with a dangerous briefcase of notebooks and pencils. Surprisingly, the monster didn't perish. Witnessing Deku's determination, All Might summoned his last strength, transforming into his heroic form and defeating the monster. Afterward, All Might caught up with Deku on their way home. He revealed his potent quirk, One for All, which could be passed on to others. Recognizing Deku's potential, All Might decided to train him for 10 months to prepare for inheriting the quirk and entering the Hero Academy. To transfer the quirk, Deku had to consume All Might's hair. Eager to understand his newfound power, Deku rushed to the Hero Academy entrance exam. The practical part involved a 10-minute battle in a sea-like training ground against robots of varying difficulty. Students earned points based on the robot's strength, except for a special robot that awarded no points. During the test, Deku raced around the training ground with no success. Time was running out, and everyone encountered a colossal robot that didn't contribute points. While others fled, Deku noticed a girl trapped in debris and decided to help. With incredible speed, he leaped at the robot, destroying it in one blow. However, the immense effort caused significant injuries to both of Deku's legs and one arm. As Deku began to fall after defeating the robot, Ochako Uraraka, the girl he saved, used her quirk to make him weightless, preventing him from crashing onto the asphalt. Everyone admired his heroic act, especially Tenya Aida, a nerd with engines in his legs that allowed him to run incredibly fast. Although Deku scored 0 points in the practical test, which meant failure, he excelled in the written exam. The likelihood of being accepted seemed slim due to the 0 points, but the judges awarded extra points for saving a person during the test. Thanks to this, Deku gained enough points to enter the hero faculty. Deku joined the same class as Bakugo, Aida, and Uraraka, Class 1A. However, he learned that there were alternative ways to enter the academy. Students with exceptional strength or intelligence could be recommended. Momoyo Yorozu, with the creation quirk, and Shoto Todoroki, who could control both ice and fire, entered on recommendations. Shoto's unique ability made him one of the strongest students. Their homeroom teacher, Shota Aizawa, had the power to erase other quirks by looking at the target's body, but he needed to keep his eyes open continuously. He organized 8 tests for the students, with points awarded based on their performance. The student with the lowest overall points would be expelled, as Midoriya struggled to master his quirk and dealt with the physical toll it took on him. The risk of expulsion loomed large for Deku during the initial 5 tests, consistently placing him at the bottom. In the ball-throwing test, he faced a dilemma. Using his quirk would hurt his arm, but without proving he could throw the ball properly, he risked being deemed unworthy. To overcome this, Deku improvised, throwing the ball with his finger. Aizawa praised his creativity, accepting the result. Despite Deku's high scores in the 5th test, he still ranked last in overall points. However, it turned out Aizawa had lied about deductions to push students to give their best. All Might, now a teacher overseeing Deku's progress, organized trials to train teamwork before entering the academy. Students had to design costumes, and a company collaborating with the school would bring these designs to life, aiding students in controlling and maximizing their quirks. Since Deku didn't have a quirk yet, he drew a costume resembling All Might, and his mother sewed it for him. In the teamwork test, students were randomly paired, and teams had to act out scenarios where heroes faced villains. Deku teamed up with Uraraka against Ida and Bakugo. Bakugo, armed with an explosive suit, aimed to overwhelm the opponents. However, Deku cleverly avoided his attacks, using the limited time left to expose himself to Bakugo's explosion. This created an opening for Uraraka to grab the bomb, securing their victory. Despite the success, Deku ended up in the hospital with serious injuries, treated by the Academy nurse with a healing quirk. Post-test, Deku gained respect, and even though offered the role of class representative, he chose Ida, aspiring to be as responsible as his older brother, Ingenium, and aiming to become a professional hero. The students were set to have a lesson on rescuing people during natural disasters, and a specialized training ground was prepared for the occasion. They traveled by bus, with 3 teachers overseeing this session: Eraserhead, All Might, and the 13th, a hero with a unique quirk that created a black hole-like effect at the tip of his fingers. However, All Might couldn't make it to the lesson as he had expended his power earlier in his hero form. Since passing on his one-for-all quirk to Deku, his abilities had diminished, limiting his time in hero form. Despite All Might's absence, the lesson needed to proceed. Just as they were about to begin, an unexpected portal opened, releasing monsters led by Tamura Shigaraki of the League of Villains. Their goal was to make All Might suffer, considering him the symbol of the world. Failing his attendance in class, they decided to provoke him by harming the students. Eraserhead took on the monsters alone, while the 13th focused on evacuating the students. Kurojiri, one of the villains, hindered their efforts by creating a portal that teleported the students to various locations, each with waiting monsters. Although challenging, the students managed to handle the situation. Shigaraki exploited Eraserhead's weakness. His quirk required his eyes to stay open. By injuring Eraserhead's elbow, he incapacitated him. Nomu, a genetically engineered monster controlled by the villains, then attacked Eraserhead. Nomu possessed multiple quirks, including absorption, allowing it to withstand blows from Deku and All Might. The League of Villains had devised a plan targeting All Might during the students' studies. Nomu, with its unique abilities, posed a significant threat, and the villains claimed to have information about All Might's weakened state, although the informant's identity remained unknown. During the confrontation with Kurojiri, Ida was sent to the academy for help after serious injuries. With effective teamwork, they managed to overcome Kurojiri and dispatch Ida for assistance. This development alarmed Shigaraki, who hadn't planned to face professional heroes. Deciding to escape, they aimed to harm a few students first. Shigaraki attacked a student, nearly destroying her, but Eraserhead saved her in the nick of time. Realizing Materia was a follower of All Might, the villains decided to target him. In the midst of the chaos, Deku attempted to attack Shigaraki, but his blow was absorbed by Nomu, who had absorbed Deku's previous attack, preventing any harm to Deku's arm. It became evident that the villains were well informed about All Might's vulnerabilities. In a crucial moment, an enraged All Might arrived at the training ground, having learned about the attack thanks to Ida. He swiftly destroyed the monsters, rescued Aizawa and Deku's group, and even struck Shigaraki, revealing him to be Shigaraki's father. All Might then confronted Nomu, but his attacks proved ineffective. Attempting to immobilize Nomu, Kurojiri intervened, creating a portal that trapped half of Nomu. Deku, realizing the villains knew All Might's weaknesses, rushed to help him. Kurojiri tried to create a portal in front of Deku, but Bakugo intervened and saved him. Shoto assisted in injuring Nomu, but Nomu's increased regeneration quickly healed its wounds. Nomu attacked the students, but All Might took the brunt of the blow. Shigaraki realized students were another weakness for All Might. Despite being injured and low on energy, All Might summoned the last of his strength and engaged Nomu in a fierce fistfight, pushing himself beyond his limits. After landing several hundred hits, All Might defeated Nomu, surprising everyone. The villains, feeling the tide turn and help arriving, decided to leave. All Might, while intimidating the villains with a bluff that only Deku knew about as All Might was steaming and nearing his weakened state, managed to use his last strength to make them retreat. The victory came at cost, showcasing the incredible strength and determination of All Might and the students. Despite the defeat of Nomu, Kurojiri remained determined and attacked All Might. All Might, flying to rescue Deku, faced potential destruction, but professional heroes intervened just in time. They swiftly annihilated the monsters and inflicted significant injuries on Shigaraki, forcing the villain to flee and transform into a nomad. Grateful for Deku's quick thinking, All Might acknowledged that if not for him, he might have met his demise. To shield All Might's secret, Cementos created a clay barrier, preventing others from learning about All Might's weakened state. Deku and All Might were then transported to the hospital. It was revealed that Shigaraki had a mentor orchestrating the attack on All Might. This mastermind expressed surprise at Nomu's defeat and subsequent arrest, vowing to prepare for a more potent assault in the future. All Might informed Deku that the battle significantly reduced the time he could spend in hero form, hoping for at least an hour. Detective Shikashi, one of the few aware of All Might's true form, and his best friend visited them. He assured them that none of the students were injured, but Eraserhead, Cementos, and the 13th were badly hurt and in the hospital. Despite their injuries, the detective noted that these freshmen were among the strongest ever, likely to become remarkable heroes. After being discharged from the hospital, Deku reunited with his friends and headed home.
That's it from this video. Remember, for a chance to win that Amazon gift card, please like, subscribe, and comment down below the word subscribe.